You're listening to Ask When, the podcast. Folks from all walks of life talk about their daily hustle and bustle, living and celebrating life, sharing tips on becoming champions, especially for those who are muscling mental and physical disabilities. Ask When, the podcast, with your host who has mustered over 30 years living with cerebral palsy and going strong. Author and cerebral palsy advocate Wynn Charles. Ask When, the podcast starts right now.
Welcome to Ask When, everyone. Today I have Alex with me, and Alex is across the pond. And so to all my listeners across the pond, please be safe, please be happy, please be healthy. And enough of my COVID-19 announcement. I'm going to let Miss Alex take it away and explain more about what she does. So welcome, Alex.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited. And yes, as you say, please stay happy, healthy, and wash your hands and everything that is saying everywhere in the world. So my name is Alexandra Jeffert, also known as Alex, is a lot shorter, so easy to remember. And I am a breakup coach. I'm based in London in the UK, but I'm actually originally from Spain and I'm also half French, so very international. So I basically help women who are struggling with a breakup to heal their broken heart and reconnect with their true self, because we tend to sometimes lose ourselves after a breakup. So I basically empower them to love themselves unconditionally and create the life they dream of.
Isn't that cool? And what made you want to go? Now you're talking a niche beyond niche, although breaking up is huge. But you're talking about a niche beyond niche. But what made you want to go into this niche?
Well, that's a great question. I get asked quite often, why would you quit your well-paid corporate job to become a coach? And actually, a lot of people don't really get it. But I think now more than ever, maybe people are recognizing that working from home is just the way to go. So I've always had a passion around self-development. When I was in my teens, I read books about increasing your self-esteem and the law of attraction. So I've always been into that. But later on in my more adult years, I started reading books around the ego and how childhood trauma affects relationships, not just like love relationships, but the relationships with your friends, your colleagues, and everything in general. So a lot of that helped me heal after my mum passed away, but also heal from unhealthy, abusive relationships that I have developed because of the grief. So eventually, when I was in the corporate world, and it really stopped exciting me, it was nearly 10 years and it's not very exciting. So I decided to take a leap of faith and start my own business. My actual personal reason why I chose this niche in English is niche, sorry.
It's okay. Niche. I don't care.
Sometimes it's complicated with all the different accents with the Canadians and the Americans and the English. Yeah. So my personal reason why I chose this niche is because I want to help women live the life to the fullest, basically. I know that breakups can be very difficult, and I know some amazing, incredible women that years after the breakup, they are still thinking of their ex, and he's always in the back of their mind and stopping them from doing the things they want, and they still check their Instagram, etc. So I just really know that women have the power to be who they want to be and create the life they dream of without, that
I hate
past
to say
life
this.
ghost haunting you.
I hate to say this, but we need to get women to to rule the world a little bit because this guy mentality is like driving me nuts. And
Yes,
I'm sorry, but to all the guys out there, you need to respect women. You need to understand where we're coming from. You need to understand where solo entrepreneurs are coming from, and you can't be like this. I got laid off my job due to COVID-19, and I was a teacher. I was planning to retire in May, but I decided I emailed my boss, who's a guy, and I said to him, "Well, what are the plans for this new routine?" He goes, "We're on a spring break. One, we don't really have a plan. Two, and self isolation is the best for you." I said, "Bye, bye. You just lost a teacher." I said, "Bye," because you I said goodbye because you didn't really he got I believe he got mad at me because I was asking questions. And so women, my point being, women need to ask the questions and feel supported by guys. Guys in the workplace,
100%.
guys in guys in their lives, guys everywhere, not this gender divided thing. Gender divided box,
Yeah,
I should say.
yeah. And also, women need to rise up to their power and feel like they can ask the questions. Because a
Yeah.
lot of us are just, oh no, I can't ask that question because I'm not going to be liked, or I'm not going to get the right answer, or they're just going to think I'm being a horrible person and demanding. It's horrible.
So, Alex, if you had to move houses or flats in your case, what
Yeah.
would you and you could only take three things with you, what would they be?
Oh, right, three things with me. That's a difficult one. Probably, I mean, I'm I'm a bit of a bookworm, so I would love to think I would take my favorite book, but probably right now my computer and my phone because I've got to, carry on helping people and carry on my work, but
Yeah.
also my box of family pictures because all my family is in Spain. So
Uh,
family is really important for me, and I love having the pictures and being able to see them and feel them a little bit closer.
so the box of family pictures, laptops, the phones. Okay. That's that's what people always get stumped by that question nowadays because they're like, Why are you asking me that?" They're like, "Well, that's a difficult question." So if your best friend was going to write a book about you, what would the title be?
Uh, so this actually reminds me of a time quite a few years ago. I asked an ex-boyfriend of mine um, that if I were to write a book, what would it be called? And he looked at me kind of annoyed and said something along the lines of "My next stupid question" or something like that. But if I were to ask my closest friends, it would probably be something along the lines of always moving forward because I'm always looking to improve myself and carry on learning about myself and looking for the next thing to make me a better person. So I think that depicts me pretty well. I think that finds me pretty well.
And what is your favorite book and what is the title?
Okay, so I'm definitely a bit of a bookworm. I love reading and I always have. So it's a hard question for me. My house is full of books. I love Alice in Wonderland as a classic because of how like ridiculous it is. But I'm actually a Potterhead and I have read all the Harry Potters since I was 10. So definitely it would be the Harry Potter series. I always have one of them in my bedside table to help me go to bed. So definitely one of those.
Harry Potter series. Harry Potter series. For the next generation who's listening to this and doesn't know who Harry Potter is, Harry Potter was big in the 90s. I grew up with Harry Potter. So Alex, you and I are on the same page.
I'm glad to hear that.
No pun intended. You and I are on the same page because Harry Potter would just take you away.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the magic of it, isn't it? To really be transported to a different world.
Yes, being transferred to a different world than the world we're all in now.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it's so much more fun than the one we're living now.
It's Harry Potter is actually a safer world than the one that we're living in now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is your morning routine and morning ritual?
Okay, so my morning routine, it's so I always start with my morning meditation. So that would be around 5-10 minutes to kind of just feel a bit more grounded, not so much in my dreams. Then I started actually doing like pulling a card from an oracle card deck, and it's helped me connect with my intuition. I know it's a bit woo-woo for a lot of people, but it's actually really helped. And journaling. So I journal every single morning about what I want my day to be, what the day before was, kind of what I'm feeling at the moment. And right now, I feel like I am writing a lot more than before because my feelings are all over the place with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And now since we've started this lockdown, I've actually started doing yoga in the morning, which I've never done before, and it's actually okay.
Good for you. And so, do you have any questions for me?
So, I've listened to a lot of your episodes, so I didn't really want to repeat myself on anything. But I was wondering, what would you recommend to your listeners that people do to start loving themselves more?
Okay. I am a disabled woman. You guys know that I'm an orphan by now. And so I would, and this is going to sound woo beyond woo, but I would look in the mirror and come up with a mantra for yourself like, I'm strong, I'm brave, I'm beautiful. And that's how now I don't say this out loud. I say I'm strong, I'm brave, I'm beautiful to myself in the morning, lying in bed, and that's how I have become back to myself and grounded myself again. I was asking a lot of questions after my dad died, and that wasn't a good thing. I was asking people why God put me in this position. Oh, yes, I said God. And people were reassuring me that I was put on this earth for a specific purpose. And at the time, I didn't know what it was until I retired in March from education. Now I know exactly what it is. My purpose in life is to inspire people. But to answer Alex's questions, I feel like people should come up with a mantra of their own, such as I'm strong, I'm brave, I'm beautiful, and then start out with that for at least a couple minutes before you get into the Amazon smart speakers and Google smart speakers, aka the news, and try and stay away from the news to feel confident in your own bodies.
Yes, I that. It's such a powerful thing, the way we speak to ourselves. We always say, oh, you need to be kind to other people if you want them to be kind to you, but actually being kind to yourself is just so important. And the way we speak to ourselves can make such a big difference. I definitely agree with that.
Oh, yes. It can. And so, do you have any more questions for me, or is that it?
No, I think that was it. I just really wanted to see how you would how you recommend people to love themselves. It's because you're such an inspiration to really have that being reinforced. It's such an important message.
Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that, Alex, and that's how I would do it. And I hope that my listeners follow my lead just a little bit, and I hope that they start with some mantra and then start the day off on a positive foot.
Definitely.
And so, Alex, where can people find you?
So I am mostly on Instagram, so you can find me at dreamlifeby_design. And also you can find me on my website at dreamlifebydesign.com.
So dreamlife_ on Instagram, and then you can find Alex at dreamlife.com, and then you can we'll have all of Alex's information in the show notes, you guys. And I hope you guys are safe and happy and extremely healthy. And I hope that you guys enjoyed another episode of Ask When. And Alex, I wish you the best of luck with your successes in your career. And I will catch you guys later. Bye, you guys.
Bye. Thank you.
You just listened to Ask When, the podcast. To become a guest in the show, visit our website at askwin.weebly.com or call 816-591-3399. Just look for Danielle. Connect with Win on Twitter at WinKellyCharles and like our Facebook page at Butterflies of Wisdom. You can also purchase Win's book through Amazon.com or get a copy of the audiobook through Audible. Ask Win, the podcast.